Hello, welcome to Hamtramck Public TV's video series. Today we're going to cover the 2021 flood, June 25th and 26th, the huge flood event that had almost entire Hamtramck household, everyone just about had a flooded basement. Many people applied for FEMA assistance and they did receive some. However, it wasn't enough to cover a lot of these costs and repairs. Now, Hamtramck Long-Term Recovery Group was created with assistance from FEMA. And today I have Lynn Blassie, Chair of Hamtramck Area Disaster Recovery Group. And we're going to find out that long-term recovery groups plan to assist these people who hasn't had enough help or need further assistance. So welcome to the program, Lynn. And always good to have you. I know you are involved with many community activities, and this is probably near and dear to just about everyone in Hamtramck.
Yes, everybody was affected by the flooding in 2021.
Yes. So if you tell us a little bit about the formation of this group,
Okay.
What is the purpose? And I know that you are also going to start the reaching out, the outreach to the people that are affected.
Yes.
So if you just tell us the formation of this, and we can talk about the whole event.
Perfect. So as you know, the flooding happened in June. It was declared a national disaster, and that allowed FEMA to come in and do some immediate help and support to the community. But FEMA can't be everywhere all at once, and so before they left Hamtramck, they had a representative sit down to talk to me, Kamal, and Sam Rahman, and we sat down to lay the foundation for the work that we're doing now. And the goal of that is to make sure that every single person that was affected by the flooding is called or reached out to, or they can call us, and we can have case managers talk to you, look into each family's situation, and really see what those needs still are. We know that people still don't have furnaces. We know that people still don't have hot water heaters. We know that there's still damage to people's foundations and basements. Some people, especially our elderly neighbors, have just shut the door to their basement because they can't physically do anything about it themselves. And so we're here to help tie up all of those loose ends as best as we're able to. And so in creating this organization, the Hamtramck Area Disaster Recovery Group, we're partnering with FEMA, we're partnering with other disaster recovery organizations to make sure we're in a position to do everything we can to find the resources to meet the needs that are still out there related to the flooding.
Also, any future disaster situation.
Right.
Hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But the group will be prepared to coordinate with FEMA much faster than
Right.
Previous.
Yeah. So this is our first disaster we're helping to resolve. But this organization is designed to be a long-standing organization. So anything that comes up, if it's additional flooding, if there's tornadoes or anything disaster level, we already have the relationships, we already have the infrastructure in place so that we can respond a lot more quickly and make sure that Hamtramck is a vibrant, thriving community in the face of whatever comes our way.
So next, what's coming from this group that
Right.
you're organizing? is that people will start calling
Yes.
residents, and then, so you don't want residents to be alarmed.
Right, yeah, so we are in a position now where we do have a couple case managers who are already working, and their workload starts with a list of anyone who made contact with FEMA in 2021. So they have access to the names and phone numbers in that database. And our case managers are calling every single person on that list to ask them how they're doing. You know, are you fully recovered? Do you still need support? What type of support do you need? And then next week, we actually have our first 3 house visits. So after the...
It's a follow-up of this call?
Yes.
Okay.
So after the calls are made and all the paperwork is filled out, because of course there's paperwork, and the information is gathered, there are house visits to have people specifically trained in disaster recovery, evaluate the condition and the needs of each individual household so that they can make a presentation to our unmet needs or our resource committee to help get everything that we need to fix those problems.
So that problem would have to be connected to that flooding, or?
Yes, we have to be very specific with our mission. So it has to be clear that anything that we have the ability to address was a direct result of the flooding.
So,
and that's what these visits are for, to determine that.
And they would need the proof. What kind of proof will they require? Like pictures that they took, and a lot of people did not take pictures. So
right. So if people have photos, that's really useful. But these home visits are really key because if there's a water line in your basement where the flooding is and your furnace has a water line on it, that's going to be very clear that your furnace is broken because of
the water. And if they already had it fixed, is there any reimbursement or anything at this point, or you are just focused on fixing what's not fixed? Yeah,
our focus is helping people that are still struggling. Right. If you were able to fix it, that's incredible. I'm so glad that you are recovered. Our focus is on people that have not recovered yet.
So what kind of information, if a caseworker calls, what kind of information people would have to have handy to give that to the caseworker?
That's a good question. So they're going to want your name information, contact information, if you have your FEMA case number, information along those lines, and then they'll just talk about the flooding situation. They'll have information about if you were awarded money, not awarded money, that sounds, if you were
assisted with the
if you got financial assistance from FEMA in 2021, they will know that, and they will be able to ask the follow-up questions like, were you able to use that money to fix your furnace? Were you able to use that money to make the necessary repairs? I do know a lot of Hamtramck residents have had a hard time finding contractors to do the work. So they got the money, but the work hasn't been done because there's a contractor shortage.
Yes, and I think this is true across this state. I hear a lot of people are struggling to find a worker, and this is no different.
So that'll be the job of our resource committee to hear what everybody's needs are, and then we will work as hard as we can to find resources, whether it's manpower and people and contractors or a replacement furnace or anything like that. If you still need a muck out, getting volunteers to come literally clean out your basement from that flooding.
So what kind of response are you getting based off of the calls that are already made? And I understand that you're hiring more people in the process of reaching out, the bilingual people. So are you getting positive response from people, or you think this, once this is, people will know more people will find out about it. So
Right. So the people that do answer their phones and talk to our case managers, there's definitely a sense of relief. I know a lot of people have felt forgotten or looked over in this process. It's, a very stressful experience to go through a disaster like this.
And some probably have given up.
And yeah, a lot of people have just, they, like I said, they close their basement door and just pretend the problem has gone away. There is also, we're working on finding a brick and mortar location so we can have an office, because there is also a little bit of distrust. That's why we're here today, to try to help get the word out that, if somebody calls asking questions about this, that, we are actually legitimate, trying to help people, and that the brick and mortar location will also help, so we can set appointments and people can come visit our case managers.
If they need to drop any paperwork.
Yeah, to drop off paperwork, to sometimes communication over the phone is intimidating, or you don't really know who you're talking to. It is our goal that all of our case managers are bilingual. We have a priority in hiring case managers that are fluent in Arabic and or Bengali, and of course English. Other languages are given preference as well. Right now we do have 3 open positions. They're interviewing for a couple, but at this point we do have 3 open case manager positions, and they are full-time jobs, temporary jobs, until this project wraps up, which will be probably about another year.
It's very good to know. Now I see a number and a flyer that's going, people will get familiar with it.
Yep.
Now a number, do you want people to call this number, or don't do anything till they're reached out?
Okay, so
And you can
yeah,
just give the number
so
out.
the phone number for this whole area, for the Detroit Hamtramck region, is 313-380-1350. What that number does is it'll take you to the St. Vincent de Paul organization, who is managing and the supervisors for all of our case managers. And they will, if your English isn't your first language, they will make sure that someone is connected to you that speaks your language, and that will initiate that case manager follow-up process. So you can sit and wait for us to reach out to you, but if you are really struggling and you want to talk to someone, you can absolutely reach out to this phone number directly.
Very good. So the number again, 313-380-1350, 1350. Well, thank you, Lynn, for sharing this information with us. I'm excited that people that's been looking forward to some additional help, or
Yes.
supplemental help. It's forthcoming, and so we'll give updates to the people based on your experience.
Yes.
How it's coming along, and then also let people know. So I think this is a really good initiative. I appreciate your time coming and sharing the information with us.
Thank you. And before we close, if you are a community member in Hamtramck and you are interested in joining us to help our neighbors in this recovery effort, I need your help. We need your help. We need help with people who are connected to resources. Our resource committee will be comprised of individuals that are connected to contractors, are connected to an organization that could possibly make donations or provide materials at a discounted rate. We are looking for grant writers to help us write the grants to raise the money to do this work, to purchase the supplies to fix people's homes. If you are connected to volunteer organizations with lots of people who are, just ready and willing to jump in and do some work and to, do that community good, we're looking for people that have those connections and resources to support this work that we're doing, so we can address the needs of the community as, efficiently and quickly as possible. Because we are aware it has been a while.
So what number should they contact?
Right.
This number, or do we have another
So if
contact?
you are interested in joining us, you can reach out to me directly. My email address for this for Hamtramck Area Disaster Recovery Group is lblasey, which is L, B as in boy, L, A, S, E, Y, dot, HADRG@gmail.com. My phone number is 586-804-7246. You may also contact us on our Hamtramck Area Disaster Recovery Group Facebook page, and we will share the link with you as well. We also meet bi-weekly via Zoom. Our next meeting we met this morning, our next meeting will be November 25th at 11 o'clock in the morning, and we will share that meeting information and link on our social media for you to join us.
The one thing I also know that you are kind of giving a lot of time of your time and organizing these meetings and arranging. It's a lot of work. And so if anybody wants to volunteer for the board.
Yes, we are looking for more help. The board is responsible for organizing all of these activities and coordinating the volunteers. And so there are lots of different opportunities to get involved.
Very good. Well, thank you, Lynn, for sharing this information, and hopefully people will volunteer to this great effort to help this community. And also, like Lynn mentioned, that there is need for everywhere, every level. If you have time, please come and volunteer. Contact Lynn Blasey. The number will be on the screen. Again, thank you for sharing this information. Thank you, viewers, for listening. And Channel 19 on Comcast is open 24/7. Listen to this. There are lots of other videos, informative videos, and in the archive, good information about Hamtramck. And also, this channel is available on Hamtramck Public Library channel on YouTube. So hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you. আসসালামু আলাইকুম, আমি কামাল রহমান, হ্যামট্রামেক পাবলিক টিভি চ্যানেল 19 কমকাস্টে আমাদের ভিডিও সিরিজের আজকে আমরা যে কথা বললাম, লিন ব্লাসি উনি হ্যামট্রামেক লং টার্ম রিকভারি গ্রুপের অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্ট উনি চেয়ারপারসন। তো লং টার্ম রিকভারি গ্রুপের পারপাস হলো জুন 25 এবং 26 গত বছরে 2021 যে বিগ ফ্লাড হয়েছিল হ্যামট্রামেকে, অলমোস্ট সবার বেসমেন্ট ফ্লাডের হয়ে গেছিলো। তো কিছু ফিমার অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্স অনেকে পেয়েছেন, আবার অনেকে পান নাই, কিংবা এনাফ হেল্প ছিল না। তো অনেক জিনিস রিপেয়ার কমপ্লিশন হয় নাই। এই ব্যাপারে লং টার্ম রিকভারি গ্রুপ ফিমার অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্স এইটা ক্রিয়েট করা হয়েছে। আমি ছিলাম একজন ফাউন্ডিং মেম্বার লিনার সাথে। তো এই রিকভারি গ্রুপের পারপাস হলো যারা হেল্প পান নাই ওনাদেরকে এখন কন্ট্যাক্ট, আপনারা যদি ফিমাতে কন্ট্যাক্ট করে থাকেন সেই কন্ট্যাক্ট ইনফরমেশন দিয়ে আপনাদের সাথে যোগাযোগ করা হবে। আগামী কন্ট্যাক্ট অলরেডি শুরু হয়ে গিয়েছে। বাংলা দুইজন আছেন, ওনারা রিচ আউট করবেন। তো আপনারা ইনফরমেশন দিবেন, কেস নাম্বার, ফিমা কেস নাম্বার, আপনাদের নাম, ঠিকানা এবং যত ইনফরমেশন আছে কেস রিলেটেড সবই শেয়ার করবেন। আর যদি আপনারা যদি কল করতে চান তাহলে কলের নাম্বারটা হলো 313-380-1350 1350 313-380-1350। এই নাম্বারে কল করলে আপনাদের ইনফরমেশন রাখবে এবং আপনাদের সাথে রিচ আউট করবে যে কোনো অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্স, অ্যাডিশনাল অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্স লাগে কিনা। তো বেসমেন্টে যদি আপনারা নিয়ে যান তাহলে দেখতে পাবেন যদি পানির লাইন থাকে কিংবা যে ওয়াটার ড্যামেজ যদি থাকে, সেই ওয়াটার ড্যামেজটা পরিদর্শন করে এখানে যারা রিপেয়ার পিপল আছেন ওনাদের সাহায্যে আপনাদেরকে ইদার রিপেয়ার করে দেওয়া হবে। কোনো রিপেয়ার, আপনার ফার্নেস যদি রিপেয়ারের দরকার হয় কিংবা কোনো আরও কোনো এডিশনাল যদি রিপেয়ারের প্রয়োজন হয়। তো খেয়াল করে আপনারা এই নাম্বারে কল করবেন 313-380-1350। আর যদি আপনাদের কাছে কল করা হয় তাইলে ইনফরমেশন শেয়ার করবেন, কিন্তু কোনো পার্সোনাল সোশ্যাল সিকিউরিটি নাম্বার এইভাবে কোনো ইনফরমেশন দিতে হবে না। তো আশা করি আপনারা এই প্রোগ্রামের অ্যাডভান্টেজ নেবেন, আর আমি আরও শেয়ার করার চেষ্টা করব আরও ইনফরমেশন, যখন আরও বেশি ইনফরমেশন যখন আসবে আমাদের কাছে, তো আপনারা এর সুযোগ নেবেন এবং শেয়ার করবেন ইনফরমেশনটা। চ্যানেল 19-এ দেখবেন কমকাস্টে, হ্যামট্রামেকে। আবার হ্যামট্রামেক পাবলিক লাইব্রেরি ইউটিউবে চ্যানেলে আছে, আপনারা সেটা লাইক বাটন দিয়ে লাইকে হিট করবেন এবং সাবস্ক্রাইব করবেন, তাইলে আপনারা কোনো আপডেট আপনারা জানতে পারবেন। তো আশা করি সবাই এর সুযোগ নেবেন। ধন্যবাদ।